I've been very fortunate over the past 15 years or so to find several landscapes that have been my teacher. Each of them seemed to have pushed me forward in terms of developing my own photographic signature. So much so that I now consider that every landscape I form a long-term relationship with is a teacher of sorts. If you are seeking personal development in your own photography, then it's best to work with the landscapes that resonate with you. If a particular landscape keeps on providing you with images that you're happy with, and you find yourself enthused whilst there, then my advice would be, keep going back. You've found what I like to describe as positive flow. You've found a mentor in the landscape, one that seems to match you on every level, and will most likely, if you keep returning, present you with more possibilities as you grow as a photographer. The first and perhaps the most instrumental landscape that I've met has been the Bolivian Altiplano. Over the years, it has helped me simplify my compositions, work on my colour simplicity, and think more about luminosities. Although I was very proud of my first efforts in Bolivia back in 2009, I'm now a little bit embarrassed by the images I made back then. At the time of shooting, this was the most minimal landscape I had encountered, and I remember thinking I had pushed beyond my own photographic boundaries to a new level with the work. In retrospect, I can't help feeling that the work is a little clumsy, but it was the founding stone for everything that came after. I've returned to Bolivia many times. The next time was in 2012. And apart from now shooting in square, I remember noticing that I'd become more selective about what I was including in the frame. My skies had gotten simpler. I avoided messy textures in water and earth. I was looking for gradual tonalities through the picture and for clear separation in tone. By 2015, I had noticed that I was now incorporating smooth tonal gradations in the work more. I was particularly looking for super clean skies and very clean foregrounds. Sometimes with nothing more than graduated tone. At this juncture, I had just begun working in Hokkaido and the interior of Iceland. I found it easy to apply what I'd learned in Bolivia in these two new locations, but most importantly, I understood that these landscapes were a continuation of my learning. My coming here and being able to work with their minimalist landscapes could not have happened without Bolivia coming first. As the years went by, from 2015 to 2023, I spent a lot of time in Hokkaido and in the Central Highlands of Iceland. These landscapes taught me to work with more high-key tones, and occasionally with very dark landscapes. I felt as though I was being taught to use a wider scale of tones in my work. Then in 2023, I returned to Bolivia. I noticed I was seeing it in a new way, and the photographs I made there, they seemed more graphic, more abstract even. I can only put this down to the time spent working with the more minimalist landscapes of Iceland and Hokkaido. I was aware that I was less interested in subjects now, and that my new work from Bolivia seemed to be mostly about shapes, lines, and gradation of tone. As I reflect now on my photography this past decade, I'm aware that my evolution as a photographer could not have happened on its own. I had to encounter certain landscapes at certain times in my development. What I learned in one landscape was often fed into the next landscape. I know, for instance, that Bolivia had given me the groundwork with which to approach photographing in Hokkaido and Iceland. I would have been lost had I not encountered Bolivia first. I think it's important to work with the places that resonate with you. Whenever you find a landscape that does, you should make it a regular part of your photographic life, as I am sure that it has something of value to tell you.